It's Friday, June 6, 2025. Thanks for joining me today. It is just getting crazier and more chaotic across the globe. We've never seen anything like this in our lifetime. It's just unbelievable what's going on. But I'm going to share some articles with all of you today. Feel free to comment down below. Also, a couple days ago, we were at the Marino Valley Mall. I did a video there just showing you some of the vacancies, the condition of the mall, how slow the mall is. It's just a reflection of this deteriorating economy. So stay tuned. I'll put some clips of that on this video. So make sure to watch the entirety of this video. Elon Musk's net worth plummets by $34 billion amid escalating feud with President Trump. You know, I'm really almost shocked today that we did not see the stock market go down 1,000 points. Again, it's very rigged. I get it. It's very manipulated. But you would think with the chaos between these two and how bad it looks that you would see the markets really plunge today. And we did not see that happen. Again, very rigged, very manipulated. We saw markets actually surge today on top of this soap opera that's been taking place. The markets are ignoring the chaos, although the bond market did break 4.5% today. I'm not sure where it's at right now, but I did see it a little bit over 4.5% earlier. But they rolled out some news to trigger the algorithms today that Trump and the China trade talks, they're very positive on that, and that I believe next week they're meeting in England, if I read that correctly. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's going to be Trump and Xi meeting next week. And right now, I believe there's some discussions going back and forth. They say everything looks good, everything sounds good. So markets were looking for any good news, ignoring the chaos, ignoring the soap opera, ignoring any real economic data. And so the algorithms pick this out, the China and Trump trade war talks going good. And that's all it took. And we saw the NASDAQ up 231, Dow Jones up over 400. Gold got pushed down today. Silver had a very, very nice day. Bitcoin up 3,000 as I make this video. U.S. payrolls increased. Here was some more good news they rolled out today. U.S. payrolls increased 139,000 in May, more than expected. Unemployment, only 4.2%. Now, if we break this down and look a little more closely at the foundation of this crumbling building, nearly half the growth came from healthcare. 62,000 jobs added in healthcare. Now, that tells me a couple things. We have a very sick, ill society, population, and that we continue monthly to be adding tens of thousands of jobs to our healthcare system. Many of these jobs are low-wage paying jobs or part-time jobs. You have a lot of, medical assistants, office assistants. A lot of these jobs are part-time and low-wage jobs. And again, it is a reflection of how sick our society has become that we have to continue adding these jobs in healthcare. And again, a lot of these jobs are low-wage type of jobs. We also added 48,000 more leisure and hospitality jobs. So we need more people making coffees, more people working at hotels and restaurants, more people, cleaning the sheets at the hotels. This is just, in my opinion, not great news. Again, nearly half the growth came just from healthcare. 48,000 jobs in leisure and hospitality, and we added 16,000 social assistance jobs. Those are welfare aid workers, welfare workers, social service assistants. Again, these are not high-paying jobs. You probably know people that work in the medical system that are assistants, doctor assistants, office assistants, medical techs, this, that. They don't make a lot of money. So I don't think this is good news, but the market took it as good news because the payrolls increased more than expected. Unemployment at 4.2%. Let me ask all of you this. Do you believe the real unemployment number is only 4.2%? That's like saying you believe that inflation is around 2%. I don't believe it one bit. But if we go by what they're telling us where these jobs are, this is not good. Where's the production? Where's the manufacturing? Where are the higher wage jobs at? People aren't making careers. Well, they are making careers, but they're not able to make a living working in leisure hospitality or many of these healthcare jobs or social assistance jobs. Just not happening. Another one today, corporate layoffs have ramped up in recent weeks. Here are the companies making cuts: Walmart, Amazon, Microsoft, Procter & Gamble. You've probably heard of these. They're making huge cuts. And many of them just announced more job cuts in recent weeks. Yet unemployment is only 4.2%. You know, you can just read the news, turn on the TV, and it's 3,000 job losses here. This company laying off 5,000, this one laying off 10,000, 2,000, 3,000 every day. And yet unemployment is sitting at 4.2%. US, this right here on Fox Business, US layoffs spike nearly 50% as Doge-driven cuts take center stage. Unemployment, 4.2%. Layoffs of US workers were nearly 50% higher in May compared to last May in 2024. In 2025, so far this year, we are looking at 696,309 job cuts. In 2024, we saw 385,000 job cuts in this same period. So we are well above 300,000 more job cuts this year than last year, yet unemployment is at 4.2%. Silver jumps to highest level in 13 years following gold's 2025 rally. This on CNBC today. Although we did see gold pull back a little bit today, it's down about 35 bucks, still sitting well above 3,000 at $3,324. Silver up 40 cents, sitting at $36.16. I think that you're going to see the metals really continue to move up. I personally believe when gold breaks 3,400, we're going right to 35. From 35, it's going to 4. That's my opinion. I think if gold can hold the line at 35, it's going to 40 and beyond. Nothing bad's even happened yet. If something happens in Eastern Europe, you're going to see massive retaliation, and I think you're going to see threats of nuclear weapons being used after that. I think you're going to see a massive retaliation. I don't think it will be nuclear, but I think we're going to see a warning that if anything else transpires, I believe Putin will warn the world and Ukraine that the next retaliation will be with nuclear weapons. I don't know, but that's my opinion. If something like this were to happen, you're going to see gold and silver go to numbers you never thought humanly possible. We see a big enough retaliation, you're going to see these numbers move. Look, the soap opera continues here in America. The wars in the Middle East, the wars in Eastern Europe, things are popping up all over the world. And we know at some point China is going to invade Taiwan. So if you think that gold and silver are going to, plunge anytime soon, I don't see it happening. And let's not forget, inflation isn't really 2%. It's not even close to 2%. Don't forget about the debts, the deficits. We really have no trade deals as of right now. This whole world is a complete mess. So you can hold fiat currency or you can hold metal. I prefer to hold metal. I think it's going much higher. If you need a reputable place to purchase metal, a lot of people are nervous about buying it, where to buy it. Go to my link down below, SD Bullion. Been dealing with them for well over 7 years now. It's the only place I buy my gold and my silver. Great company. Some of the best prices I think you're going to find and the best service. And absolutely 110% reliable, great ethics. I can't say enough about them. So if you need some gold, if you need some silver, go to my link down below, get yourself some gold and silver. If you don't want any or you have a place you deal with, fine. I'm just trying to share with you where I buy my gold and silver from, where my friends buy from. I have a great relationship there, and I trust SD Bullion. And with prices of gold and silver going to these type of levels and going much higher, in my opinion, don't keep all your gold and silver under your mattress. Don't keep it all in your home safe. Don't keep it all in a safe deposit box at a bank. This is not a good idea. Make sure that you have a safe place to put it. Go to my link down below and get yourself a Dirty Man safe and bury your metals underground where it is safe. You can put your diamonds, jewelry, important documentation, crypto information, gold, silver, cash, whatever. You can bury this stuff. It is much safer underground than it is sitting buried under your mattress or in a bank safe deposit box. So get yourself a Dirty Man safe, link down below. Here's another. I'm going to finish with this last article today, and then I will roll the video from the mall a couple days ago, and you can see what's happening in the economy here in Southern California. This one today, feds paid $80 billion to bogus federal Social Security numbers during pandemic. Applicants use stolen or invalid Social Security numbers to steal $80 billion. Will anyone be brought to justice? Will anybody be charged? Or will this just be allowed to continue? See, this is the problem, with the big new bill and all this, is what's going to happen with all of this theft that continues to be allowed to transpire on a daily basis. Has anybody been charged? Has anybody been locked up for all this theft? I don't think so. The system is completely broken, and we just keep repeating and repeating and repeating the same mistakes and allowing this to take place. People 120 years old getting Social Security, people with invalid numbers or stolen numbers continuing to get Social Security. When is somebody going to do something about this? If this continues at the rate it's going, and it's an alarming rate, there's going to be nothing left for you and I. And this is the problem. There is just too much theft and criminality in these systems right now, and it's going to hurt everybody. And of course, you've got a lot of criminals in Washington, D.C. that take care of themselves and their friends and, have robbed Social Security themselves and allow it to be robbed by more thieves. And at some point, there's just not going to be anything left. And so you're either going to lose your money through this criminality, or you're going to lose it through inflation. So another reason why you better be putting some gold and silver away, another reason why you better be preparing for something very, very bad coming, because I don't think it can be averted at this point. I think we are heading straight into a mountain, and people are going to wake up one day and they're going to just say, what just happened? And they're going to have no way to protect themselves. They have no preparations financially, physically, spiritually. They're just going to be in shock, and they're just not going to know what to do. And I feel sorry for these people, and I don't feel sorry for these people, because I make these videos every day. If you cannot see the writing on the wall at this point, if you cannot see the criminality and the theft that has been taking place for decades, and it's still going on, look at your purchasing power. Go to the grocery store. That's all you need to know. You think this is going to get better, or you think it's going to get worse? If you think it's going to get worse, then you better take some sort of action beginning today and prepare. And unfortunately for millions of people, it's already too late. They are so broke. They are so far behind. They have no chance now. I don't know if things are going to fall apart a week from now, a month from now, a year from now, or 10 years from now. But it is inevitable that this Ponzi scheme is going to collapse, because all bubbles pop, all Ponzi schemes collapse. And when they do, there's going to be a lot of heartache, a lot of tears, a lot of crying, and a lot of poor people out there. Protect yourself, ladies and gentlemen, mentally, physically, spiritually, and financially. Have a great weekend. God bless every one of you. Little food court. So we are at the Marino Valley Mall, have not been here in years, and just going to do a quick update on the condition of this mall. Let me tell you, it's not a good mall when they don't have the jewelry in the windows here. They've had their share of problems here, but Forever 21, as you know, has gone bankrupt. This is a big, I would say, basically an anchor store, and it is gone. That right there, I don't know what that was. Maybe it was a Sears at some point. That is gone. Upper and lower level. Forever 21, big store here, gone. They are no longer. So we'll take a look and see what's happening here. But Forever 21, it says something new is coming. That's not going to happen anytime soon. There's nothing coming anytime soon here. So it's interesting to revisit the Marino Valley Mall, and I have to ask myself, I wonder how many of these businesses that are so empty, how many of them are just used to laundering money? It just seems that we see a lot of these malls where nobody's in these places, nobody's in these stores, and you almost wonder how much money is being laundered out of these places at this point. And you know, this is interesting too. These like little colleges that they're putting in these malls now to fill up these spaces. There's one here, then you've got this whole area right here. That's all a career care institute. Very, very interesting what we're seeing here at the Marino Valley Mall. But I will say there are stores here, which is good to see, but not a lot of people. Yeah. Yeah, this one here didn't make it. Here's another one here, Hickory Farms, gone. I haven't seen a Hickory Farms forever. Another one here, probably a clothing store, and it is gone. And then of course, Forever 21, this is the lower level. So Forever 21 had an upper level and a lower level. And then this is the lower level. Wow, huge, huge store. So the upper level right up there, Forever 21, lower level, Forever 21, massive store. This really hurts this mall. Gone. So just checked out Auntie Anne's pretzels, $5.66 for a pretzel. With tax, you're at $6 for a pretzel. Think about that, where we're at today. $6 for a pretzel, ladies and gentlemen. This was, I believe, at one time a furniture store. And it is gone. So here's another one up here. This one is gone. I walk over here. This is another one, escape rooms, whatever this is. This is definitely all closed up. This is gone. This used to be a retailer. Now they just use it for this dumb stuff. We got some type of restaurant that was here. It looks like it was a restaurant. And it is gone. So this entire area right here is gone. So I don't know if this was one big location or multiple locations here, but this is completely gone. So we are seeing some signs of wear and tear here at the Marino Valley Mall. Yeah, this is all gone. This one's going, and it is closed up right now. So we're just wrapping it up here at the Marino Valley Mall today. There is a handful of vacancies here. I thought honestly it would be worse than it is, but I will say this, just looking at the mall itself, it is really going downhill. You can look at the parking lot, just the amount of cracking going on here. It's really not being taken care of. Same thing with the structure. I noticed that a lot of the windows of the mall are very, very filthy and run down. It's definitely seen better days, very, very neglected. As I said in the video, when I see a mall like this, and I see these stores that nobody's ever heard of. Nobody's in these stores. It just makes you wonder if there's a lot of money laundering going on now at a lot of these malls, because nobody's ever in these stores. You've never heard of these stores. They're selling all kind of little dumb knickknacks. So it's very, very interesting. But yeah, the mall has seen better days. How much longer this one will be around, I really, really don't know. But it doesn't look good for the industry, for malls. And another question I would have too, and I'll ask Enrique, is, how many of these stores are even paying rent at this point? How many, stores even pay rent? These malls are in such trouble that I think a lot of times they just hope that the stores stay here because they can't afford to have another vacancy in these malls. But do you think there's some stores here that are not paying rent right now?
Oh, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the library.
Yeah.
You got the library that I'm pretty sure that
a library in the mall.
Yeah, they're not paying rent.
Right.
They're probably getting some sort of subsidy. And then you also have other places that you could tell, especially the kiosks.
Yeah.
People are opting to put a kiosk in the middle of the mall instead of getting an actual spot
in the cafeteria too.
Exactly.
Food court.
So I'm pretty sure that the owners, all they really want is activity.
Yeah.
And so the more activity, the better for them, because it looks like the mall's busier.
Right.
But in reality, there was very, very little people walking around.
Yeah.
There wasn't that many people walking around.
Store's very empty.
Exactly. So to me, that's an indicator that, there's not a lot of money flowing in there.
Yeah.
So obviously, how are they going to pay the rent? Because people have to come up with a certain amount of money every day. If not, why even be there? You're just wasting your time.
To have somebody in the store working, it's probably going to be $20 an hour.
Yeah.
And utilities. Now we're coming into summer. Air conditioning.
Yeah.
This mall has definitely seen better days, and I don't think it's going to improve anytime soon. It really does resemble our mall in Palm Desert, very rundown, very old, on its last leg. It's really a shame because in the early 2000s, this mall was beautiful. It did not have a lot of stores even back then, but it was such a beautiful, beautiful mall, and it never really seemed to really gain any traction as far as malls. It was, right after that came the great financial crisis, and now here we are with a really bad economy, and you look at the malls and it tells you all you really need to know. It's just being run down. It's really, really sad.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. But yeah, this did give a little bit of a vibe of the Palm Desert Mall. And I think the Palm Desert Mall, eventually, it's going to look like this.
Yeah, but that has even more vacancies than this one.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
it has a lot of vacancies.
But what's weird is too, like the mall at our house and this one, you're seeing like all these like college type courses being taught at the mall now, and so you've got the hair beautician colleges, the dental colleges. Are they paying anything, or what? How's that? I mean, you just noticed like we must have 5 different hair beautician places at our mall.
I'm pretty sure that they're paying something to the owners of the mall, but it's probably at a discounted rate.
Yeah.
And again, it's to be able to have its filler spaces.
Right. Yeah, that's the point I'm trying to make, is they're just trying to fill these malls with anything they can, just with some type of life, a pulse, just to have the lights on. And so whether it's a hair beautician college or a dental college or whatever, right over here, jumpin' jammin' for kids. You never used to see this at malls. You used to see stores where people would go in and buy stuff like shoes, electronics, clothing, food. That's what people went to the malls for. Now they're just filling it with anything. The mall is basically one giant kiosk.
Well, that's funny. But it is true, though. That's all you see there,
I mean, it's like a giant flea market.
It pretty much.
Like these stores, like the quality of goods in these stores is just garbage.
It's all from China.
It's all from China. It's all this, it's like little T-shirt shops and little, tinkers and whatever they're selling. I mean, I've never even seen these type of stores before. So, if you want to buy stickers, they have a store for stickers, the airsoft store. I mean, it's just ridiculous how any of these stores are making money.
And this whole tariff situation is probably going to affect them too.
Yeah,
because
sure.
If it's all coming from China, the consumer is going to have to pay more to be able to have these items in hand.
That's a great point. Labor costs in California is going to crush them. Just to rent one of these buildings, utility costs,
Yeah.
all the bureaucracy that comes with licensing and permits, workman's comp. I don't know how much. Let's put it this way: this mall is on its last leg. It
Oh,
is
yeah.
on life support.
Oh yeah, and then the thing is you have neighboring malls like the Tyler Mall in Riverside
Yeah.
and the Ontario Mills in
Yeah.
Ontario. Somehow those places are always full.
Yeah.
So if you want to see a thriving mall, they're still out there, but
Yeah.
they're very, very limited.
Right. Exactly. I agree.
Yeah.
So, Marino Valley Mall. I probably wouldn't advise to come here. There's probably nothing here you need. They've had a massive amount of crime at this mall, a lot of shoplifting, and that's another thing too that's going to put a lot of pressure on a mall like this is the amount of shoplifting that they've had here. I've seen a lot of news that came out of this mall, a lot of videos. So be careful. But yeah, wish them the best. But yeah, some malls are going to make it, some aren't. I want to just do a little walk through here today. Bring all of you with. Please like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day.